man stands on a golf course, his career crumbling around him. Scandals have destroyed his reputation. His body is broken from multiple surgeries. Sponsors are running for the exits. The world watches, waiting for the final collapse of the greatest golfer who ever lived. But here's what nobody saw coming. While Tiger Woods was losing tournaments, losing endorsements, and losing his marriage, he was quietly building something far more valuable than any championship trophy. Something that would turn his worst defeats into his greatest financial victory. By the time the dust settled, this fallen champion had done the impossible. He made more money from his losses than he ever did from his wins. And the strategy he used, it's so brilliant, so counterintuitive, that it rewrote the rules of athlete wealth forever. This is the untold story of how losing made Tiger Woods richer than winning ever could. Before we dive into this incredible story, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because I'm about to reveal wealth-building secrets that the sports world doesn't want you to know. Let's get into it. Let's rewind to 2009. Tiger Woods isn't just a golfer. He's a money-printing machine. He's earned over $1 billion at this point, with $100 million endorsement deals from Nike, Gatorade, AT&T, and Accenture. He's won 14 major championships. Forbes calls him the world's first athlete billionaire. Everything he touches turns to gold. Then, in one night, it all implodes. The Thanksgiving scandal breaks. The perfect image shatters. Within weeks, Accenture drops him and literally removes his face from their advertising, replacing it with someone else. AT&T walks away. Gatorade discontinues his drink. Gillette suspends his ads. The financial damage? Experts estimate he lost between $100 and $180 million in endorsement money almost overnight. Most people would be destroyed by this. Most athletes would spend decades trying to rebuild what they lost. But here's where Tiger's genius kicks in. He doesn't try to rebuild the old model. Instead, he does something completely different. While everyone is watching his personal life crumble and his tournament performances decline, Tiger quietly starts making moves that would eventually make him wealthier than he ever was at his peak. And it all starts with a single, brilliant realization. He doesn't need to win tournaments to build wealth. He needs to own things. Let's talk about golf course design. Before his fall, Tiger had dabbled in this business. But after losing those massive endorsement deals, he goes all in on Tiger Woods' design. And this isn't just slapping his name on courses for a fee. He's taking ownership stakes. He's getting equity positions. When his design firm creates a course, Tiger isn't just getting paid. He's getting a piece of the property's long-term value. One of his crown jewels? El Cardonal at Diamante in Cabo, Mexico. This isn't just a golf course. It's a luxury destination with real estate development. And Tiger owns a piece of it. Every lot sold, every membership purchased, every green fee paid. He's getting a cut. While he's struggling to make cuts at tournaments, this investment is printing money 24/7. But that's just the beginning. Let's talk about something even bigger, the TGR Foundation and his restaurant ventures. Most people think these are just charitable work and side businesses. Wrong. They're strategic wealth-building platforms disguised as passion projects. His restaurant, the Woods Jupiter, isn't just about selling burgers. It's about creating a lifestyle brand. It's about building a community hub where wealthy members of his golf club come to network, do deals, and associate themselves with the Tiger Woods brand. And those wealthy members? They're paying six-figure initiation fees to be part of Tiger's world. Then there's real estate. While Tiger's winning fewer tournaments, he's buying and developing property like a tycoon. His home in Jupiter Island isn't just a house. It's a compound worth tens of millions, complete with a practice facility that rivals professional tour setups. But here's the kicker. He's not just building for himself. He's creating a blueprint that drives up property values in the entire area. Other wealthy buyers want to live near Tiger Woods. The man's presence alone makes real estate more valuable. Now let's get to the really big play. His relationship with Nike. When other sponsors ran for the hills during his scandal, Nike did something different. They stuck with him. But more importantly, they restructured the deal. Instead of just paying Tiger cash for endorsements, Nike gave him equity considerations and bonded their brand identity to his comeback story. When Tiger's making his return to golf, injured, older, written off by most, every event becomes a massive media spectacle. And Nike is right there, on every piece of clothing, every hat, every glove. The publicity value is insane. Tiger doesn't need to win for Nike to win. He just needs to show up. The narrative of the fallen champion trying to rise again is worth more than any tournament victory. And when he does finally win the 2019 Masters, the marketing value of that moment is incalculable. Nike stock jumps. The swoosh on Tiger's shirt during that victory is seen by over 20 million people. The return on investment for Nike and for Tiger's restructured deal is massive. But there's an even more lucrative move happening behind the scenes: speaking engagements and appearance fees. Here's where losing actually becomes more profitable than winning. When Tiger's at his peak, winning every tournament, he's too busy competing to do corporate events. But when his playing career slows down, suddenly he's available, and companies will pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars just to show up and tell his story. Corporate executives don't want to hear about his 14th major championship. They want to hear about resilience. They want to hear about coming back from public humiliation. They want to hear about overcoming career-ending injuries. Tiger's losses and struggles become the product he's selling, and it's worth a fortune. Think about this. A CEO can't relate to winning the Masters, but that same CEO can absolutely relate to failure, to scandal, to having to rebuild after everything collapses. Tiger's losing years make him more relatable, more human, more valuable as a speaker and consultant. He's selling hope and redemption, and that's priceless. Then there's the media deals. Tiger's documentary with HBO, his interviews, his controlled media appearances. He's getting paid enormous sums to tell his story. And what makes his story valuable? Not the winning years. Everyone knows about those. It's the losing years, the comeback, the drama. The scandal and recovery are what make him compelling. He's monetizing his pain. Now let's talk about the most brilliant wealth move of all: TGR Ventures and his investment portfolio. While Tiger's public image is taking hits, he's quietly building a venture capital arm that's investing in emerging companies. He's putting money into sports technology, health and wellness brands, and digital platforms. One of his investments, Full Swing, a golf simulator company. When the pandemic hits and people can't play golf outdoors, Full Swing's business explodes. Tiger's investment multiplies in value. He's making money while sitting at home, recovering from yet another surgery. He's winning by not playing at all. His investment in PopStroke, a putting entertainment venue chain, is another genius move. He's not just an investor. He's the face of the brand and a design consultant. Every location that opens is promoted with his name and image. He's creating multiple revenue streams from a single business: investment returns, licensing fees, and design fees. And here's the thing. These businesses don't care if Tiger Woods wins another golf tournament. They care that he's Tiger Woods. His name, his story, his brand, that's the asset. And that asset actually becomes more interesting, more valuable when there's drama, when there's a comeback story, when there's struggle. Let's look at the numbers. In the year 2021, Tiger Woods earned an estimated $62 million. How much of that came from actually playing golf? Less than 10%. The vast majority came from endorsements, appearance fees, course design, and business ventures. He made over $50 million while barely competing. Compare that to his peak winning years. In 2007, when he was dominating golf, he won 7 PGA Tour events and earned about $25 million in prize money. His total earnings that year were around $115 million. Sounds like more, right? But here's what people miss. Almost $90 million of that was from endorsements that required him to maintain that insane playing schedule. Now, he's making similar money with a fraction of the work and none of the physical toll. His business empire runs whether he plays golf or not. He's built a machine that generates wealth independent of his athletic performance. Losing tournaments doesn't hurt his bottom line anymore. It might actually help it by keeping him in the headlines. And let's talk about the 2021 TGL, Tomorrow's Golf League. Tiger's not just a player. He's an owner. He's part of a tech-forward golf league that's backed by the PGA Tour and features simulator-based competition. This isn't about winning matches. This is about owning a piece of the future of golf entertainment. When this league takes off, Tiger's ownership stake could be worth hundreds of millions. The same strategy applies to his involvement with PGA Tour policy boards and business decisions. Tiger's not just a player anymore. He's a power broker. He's helping shape the future of professional golf, and that influence translates to opportunity. When the PGA Tour negotiates billion-dollar media deals, Tiger's at the table. When they're discussing player equity and revenue sharing, he's involved. His losses on the course have been replaced by wins in the boardroom. Here's the ultimate irony. Tiger's career-ending back injuries, the very things that stopped him from winning tournaments, forced him into this new model. If he'd stayed healthy and kept winning, he probably would have kept grinding on tour, collecting prize money, and staying in the old athlete endorsement model. But his body breaking down forced him to evolve, and that evolution made him richer than ever. So here's the final truth. Tiger Woods made more money losing than winning because he transformed from an athlete into a brand, from a player into an owner, from someone who trades time for money into someone whose empire runs with or without him. His losses didn't define him. They redirected him toward a better, more sustainable, more lucrative path. The championships are nice. The comeback victory at the Masters was legendary. But the real victory? It's the 9-figure bank account that keeps growing whether he plays golf or not. It's the businesses that compound value year after year. It's the investments that multiply while he sleeps. Tiger Woods cracked the code. Losing can make you richer than winning ever could, if you know how to play the game beyond the game. If this video opened your eyes to how wealth really works in sports, smash that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Drop a comment telling me, what's the most surprising thing you learned about Tiger's money strategy? And remember, sometimes your biggest losses are just setups for your biggest wins. I'll see you in the next one.